Well, we have some good news coming out of Nevada. The Hill reports here. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, once down huge in Nevada, is now tied with Hillary Clinton there, according to a new poll. The Washington Free Beacon and TargetPoint Consulting poll, released Friday, shows the two candidates even at 45% each in Nevada. Nevada has seen few polls, but Clinton had been thought to be well ahead of Sanders. A December Gravis poll of the state showed Clinton leading by 23 percentage points. At times last year, Clinton led Sanders by as many as 54 points in Nevada. Good googly moogly. She was leading by 54 points last year. Now, at least according to one poll, they're tied. Oh. You think people are feeling the burn? Now, I have to add this massive, massive caveat, and it really is important, guys. And this is not something you just scoff at and dismiss. You have to weigh this into consideration. The website that did the poll is a very fringe right-wing website. So, and we know, I mean, there's a track record of these fringe right-wing websites just flat out making shit up. Or basically, I don't think it's past them to word the poll in a way where it would, be biased in favor of Bernie and against Hillary. Because keep it real, even though they're wrong in this idea, they think Hillary would do better in a general election against the Republicans. So they're pushing Bernie to get the nomination so that they think they will, defeat him easily. Of course, they're dead wrong, as they usually are. They're far-right idiots, so they don't know that there's actually been polling on this, and Bernie would beat any Republican candidate by a much wider margin than Hillary, and Hillary even loses to some of them, Marco Rubio and Ben Carson randomly. So they're wrong about that, but they do want to push Sanders because they think they'll be able to beat Sanders. Now, again, do I know as a matter of fact that this poll is skewed and bullshit? No, I don't. But as a general rule, do I not trust stuff from fringe right-wing websites? Of course. Are you kidding me? WorldNet Daily, which is another fringe right-wing website, they literally ran with a story a few months ago that we covered on the show here of they thought a demon ran in front of Barack Obama on camera when he landed in like someplace in Africa or something. They're like, is this a sign that he's the Antichrist? I don't know, but it's a big story. Let's run with it on that as our headline on our website. So yeah, take it with a giant grain of salt. And this is just one poll, and you need many more polls to really figure it out. But the bigger point I don't think is disputable, which is, has he chipped away somewhat? Yeah, where's the fucking question? The thing is, Hillary has higher celebrity status, better name recognition. She's been in Democratic politics for a long time, and she's the default for people who might be Democratic voters who would participate in a primary or a caucus, and they don't know very much about the issues, and they don't know very much about the candidates. So you and I, we live in our political junkie bubble, so obviously we know about Bernie Sanders, and we follow the election closely, and we could give you all, detailed breakdowns of the issues and whatnot. Even your run-of-the-mill Democratic voter can't do that. Some of them don't even know who Bernie Sanders is. So all he needs to do in order to win the nomination, in my opinion, is to have people hear his message. Because if they do hear his message, there's no disputing that he more aligns with the general sentiment, not only in the Democratic Party, but in just the country in general. There was that great poll from a few weeks ago which found that even 55% of Tea Partiers want a, quote, political revolution to redistribute wealth from the rich to the middle class and the poor. So it's just a matter of him letting everybody know, hey, I'm the guy who already agrees with you and who wants to implement the things that you casually say to your buddies when you're sitting on the couch. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if the government paid for college instead of me going bankrupt with these stupid fucking loans? That's the guy. Hey, isn't it cool if everybody had Medicare and we don't have to worry about, private insurance and going bankrupt because you need a surgery on your kidney? This is the guy. So the more people hear about it, the more they're going to go, oh yeah. Oh, this is really interesting, isn't it? I like that guy. And remember, it was the same thing with Barack Obama at the time. Barack Obama, not many people knew who he was. He was, a senator for a short amount of time, and then he ran, and then people had to figure out before they said, I like that guy better than Hillary. And one of the reasons why they did is because he came up to the left of Hillary on many issues. I remember when I was voting in the New York primary at the time, it was just down to Hillary and Obama at that point. I voted for Obama in the primary because Hillary had just said something insanely hawkish about Iran, about how she wouldn't hesitate to strike them or something like that. So as soon as people hear, oh, that's the more right wing of the Democratic candidates, and this one over here is much more left wing and actually agrees with the people more, then that's it, man. And Hillary is continuing to make the same mistakes that she made against Obama, where she's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. On some days, she uses what I think is the correct strategy if she wants to win, which is, no, I agree with everything Bernie says. I don't disagree with anything at all. But then other times she'll say, no, I'm more moderate, I'm more pragmatic, I'm more centrist, I'll actually get stuff done. This guy, crazy, naive, liberal, single-issue candidate, as she's been saying recently, which is like money in politics and Wall Street. And when people hear that argument, they go, wait, which is it? Are you somebody who agrees with him and you really are progressive, or are you somebody who's more moderate and playing within the system and don't care about corruption, yada, yada? And, I mean, the answer is clearly, she's more of a center-right person. She's like Obama. She's like Bill Clinton. She's going to give you 5% change, if that, and everything else. She's not going to change campaign finance reform. She's not going to fix the corruption in the system. So when she uses that argument, which is who she really is, people see that and they go, yeah, I want the other guy. Because at least he's trying to push for democratic ideas and popular ideas. Hillary's telling you half the time, I'll concede up front. The other half of the time, she's like, I'll go further than Bernie. That's what I'll do. I'll be more progressive. But then in the next breath, she's like, yeah, no, we got to be reasonable about this. Medicare for all? Pfft, what are you, crazy? Single-payer system? Make the U.S. like every other modern nation? No. Come on, you're being a crazy, wide-eyed liberal here. So the more people hear about Bernie, the more he's going to rise in the polls, at least according to one poll, questionable poll, but one poll he's tied in Nevada. When we see more accurate polling from well-respected, organizations here, I predict that he will have chipped away at the lead in Nevada. Will it be enough for it to be tied? I don't know. That's up in the air. But you also have to remember Nevada is a caucus and not a primary. And the Bernie Sanders campaign recently admitted to some reporters that their strategy is similar to what Obama's strategy was, which is they're going to focus heavily in the caucus states because they think they have a better chance in the caucus states, where Hillary's lead in some primary states upcoming is gigantic. So they said, let's focus on the caucus states, do what Obama did, and we think we could sway people there better. So he's got a few, advantages moving into some of the upcoming caucuses. Well, we have the primary in South Carolina, the caucus in Nevada, still down in South Carolina. In Nevada, he's chipping away here, and it looks like, I don't want to speak too soon here, but it looks like there's a chance of him making a really good run at Nevada because it's a caucus and because people are starting to hear the message. And this is just one poll again, but the more polls come out, I think we will see he chipped away at her lead there.